Hey, good morning or good night, whatever time it may be for you. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and if not, feel free to chill out here and listen to my story about why I left my full-time job to pursue graphic design. I left my job in the month of September 2020. I'd been doing graphic design since 2017, but the times from 2017 to 2019, I wasn't really taking it seriously. It was more kind of just design as I go. It was kind of just like having fun, learning the programs, offering free designs for my friends because I could do it and I enjoyed doing it. And I always felt like the workplace was just not progressive towards what it is that I wanted to do with graphic design. And luckily, I had some really great friends at that workplace that really pushed me to go towards my passion in graphic design, and constantly being reminded that this workplace is not beneficial to the ability that I have with my designs, and I'm very thankful for them. Now, before I get into the struggles that I faced, I wanted to talk about why I left the job in specific, because obviously leaving a full-time job to pursue graphic design with literally zero foundation of professional design, there has to be some kind of tipping point, right? Well, the environment that I worked in promoted toxicity, and it was mostly due to the lack of proper management. There was also lots of biased favoritism that was really tough to deal with on a day-to-day basis, and we worked lots of overtime hours. Now, the overtime hours was not a problem. I completely understood that we were working 13 hours a day, sometimes 6 days a week on end of quarter days, which is every 3 months of the year. And I was completely aware of that. One of the biggest things that they pointed out during the job interview, totally cool with that. But the environment was not my kind of pace when it comes to a healthy work environment. Some of the dangers that I heavily considered before writing my 2 weeks notice letter is definitely finances. I would not be eligible for unemployment since it is me leaving due to my own reasoning, and I would lose out on the medical, dental, and vision plans that I had with my company automatically. My main goal while leaving was to make at least $20 a day. And that was the mindset that I kept when it came to quitting the job, because I was being paid 13 and some change an hour. And if I was able to make at least 1 gig a day, at least being $20 a day, then I would be able to keep up with the full-time, let alone making more than the full-time. But little did I know, it's hard to even just make $5 a day, most especially just starting out as a completely new freelancer. And I initially started on the Fiverr platform. Very wonderful platform. Very subjective, obviously, whether it's good or bad. But for the most part, 90% of my client experiences have been well. Of course, there's maybe 2 bad apples. Those will be topics for other videos. I definitely do want to cover those because it's very difficult dealing with rough clients, most especially if you're new to freelancing. Gaining traction on my Fiverr was a very difficult task, so what I figured to help bring attention to my Fiverr was to actually start streaming on the Twitch platform. And that actually was probably the best decision that I made. Although at the same time, it was also one of the more difficult ones, because now I was trying to get noticed on Fiverr while trying to get noticed on Twitch, which in general, trying to get noticed is extremely difficult on its own if you've never done either of the two. Eventually, it started to work hand in hand that some of the clients that I would get on Fiverr, I would tell them, hey, I'm actually live streaming your design right now. If you want to hop over to my Twitch channel, you can actually give me live feedback about what's working, what's not working, and you can save on using revision requests. And that was a heavy hitter yes for a lot of my clients, because who doesn't love immediate revisions and watching their work in progress? I kept this up until about March, when a relative of mine reached out to me asking if I was needing a job. And initially, I said no. Thank goodness I took the job, because if I didn't, I don't know where I would be right now. But my original deny was mostly because I wanted to pursue freelancing. I was so close to getting somewhere that was almost seeming to be where I really, really wanted it to be. But I said, I mean, you could just tell me what it is anyway, and I'll see. Told me what the job is, and I immediately said, sign me up. I'm done with freelancing. And that's how I got my job in graphic design. I know it's not the most valorous story that I punched my way through loads of other well-talented graphic designers for this one position, and one and only position that is gonna go soon. I was recommended, and I know not everyone is as fortunate as I was in terms of receiving a recommendation for a job in the field that I really wanted to pursue. But I promise you, if you stick to your craft, learn the marketing, open your networks, and expand on what you do, don't be a one-trick pony. Get your feet wet in every single medium of design. Try everything. Do album art, comic characters, layout, UI, UX, everything. Try your hand at everything. Get some knowledge on everything. And eventually, your portfolio will build up to a point where you're bound to be noticed by someone. And that's my quick short story about why I left my full-time job to pursue graphic design. I know it's not the most inline story. It's not the most organized story. Still getting used to this voiceover stuff, so bear with me as I make these videos. Eventually I'll get better at it, hopefully at least. But if you guys want to know more about whatever it is that I talked about, feel free to comment below or message me directly on Instagram, Twitter, Fiverr, Discord, wherever you may find me. And I'll try to cover those in other videos, or even in the comment section below. But I hope you enjoyed the art that played in the background. I made these two comic book characters today. One of them was just from the dome, and then the other one I wanted to make a video on how I can create this kind of a character from like a random photo of just about any object, and pretty much anybody else can do it really, as long as they've got their own little creative twist to it. And yeah, thank you for watching my video. If you sat through the entire video, I really appreciate you. I wanted to try a much longer video than the bite-sized videos that I've been putting out, see who would be willing to watch them, and if I'm interesting enough. But yeah, feel free to like it if you like it, dislike if you disliked it, and let me know if you like the artworks, if you'd like to see any more of them, or if you would not like to see any more of them. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, stay hydrated, eat well, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.